is News 3 Now at 10.
Wisconsin's two-day streak of no COVID-related deaths has come to an end. Today, state health officials confirmed 13, as well as more than 500 new cases. Vaccinations are also slowing, with just over 11,000 doses administered in the past 24 hours. Across the state now, more than 37% of the population has been fully vaccinated. Nearly 45% of the state has received one dose.
The vaccines are more available than ever, but certain groups still face barriers in accessibility. Some communities of color are getting vaccinated at lower rates than white people. That's after they were hit hardest by the pandemic. Madeline O'Neill explains how UW Health is getting the vaccine and information out. Maddie?
Well, obviously, the more people vaccinated, the better it is to stop the spread and keep you or a loved one from getting sick. But that means making the vaccine accessible to everyone. COVID-19 hits close to home.
We got some family members that they pass away because of COVID.
At the same time, it pushes loved ones far away.
And it's hard because like you cannot even say bye to them. Not even a hug.
Efren Hernandez says those in the Spanish-speaking community can feel kept at arm's length too.
Sometimes we got the sense that we don't belong here, so I don't think they can get the vaccine for us.
He wanted to get the vaccine to protect his family.
The time I tried to call them was like really busy or not answers.
I'm so happy that I'm able to help out.
Registered nurse Annerly Vang is one of 7 vaccine educators at UW Health, working with Black, Latinx, and Hmong communities.
The language barrier is such a big, problem.
Vang connects specifically with Hmong patients, helping them navigate the scheduling process, so no one is left behind.
For the elders, they can't get out of their homes, and there's no one at home to help them, schedule an appointment or to educate them as to why it is important to get vaccinated, and they're the most vulnerable.
She can explain potential side effects and clear up concerns.
I make sure that they're comfortable before getting them scheduled. I'm not here to pressure them.
It's better to get a vaccine. You don't want to get the COVID. It's really bad.
The Hernandez family knows that firsthand.
Everything changed since we got COVID. It was a little scary, honestly, yes.
UW Health helped Hernandez and his wife get their vaccines, bringing them closer to hugging their loved ones again.
We really, really feel safety with this vaccine.
UW Health can work with patients on transportation to make sure they have a way there, or even bring the vaccine to them when they can. They also made a special effort to vaccinate the medically homed patients of color earlier this year.
Maddie O'Neill tonight. Maddie, thank you. Tomorrow, the CDC is expected to give final approval for children ages 12 to 15 to get the Pfizer vaccine. That means if the state approves it too, those vaccinations could start being given out as early as Thursday. And on Thursday, News 3 Now is hosting a vaccine clinic with the help of SSM Health. There will be 2 locations here at our studios on Raymond Road and Lunny Park on Libby Road. Both of the clinics will be open from 11 a.m. until 7 p.m.
And let's get a look at our certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti.
Charlotte, those temperatures are starting to drop, and we are looking at the potential for a widespread frost across southern Wisconsin. Time-lapse from the WISC Skycam shows the clear skies that we had this morning that allowed our temperatures to really cool off last night, but that bright sunshine made it nice today, even though temperatures were in the middle 50s. Notice the smoke on the eastern horizon there from a fire, but for the most part, it was just a pretty nice day overall, and you can see the skies clearing as we headed towards sunset. Low temperatures this morning, upper 20s to the lower 30s. Madison dropped to 30. That was only 1 degree above the record low of 29. Temperatures were in the teens over parts of west central Wisconsin. High temperatures today in the upper 50s to the lower 60s away from Lake Michigan, a little cooler lakeside. And right now temperatures have dropped into the 40s across most of southern Wisconsin, already down to 39 degrees in Camp Douglas. The National Weather Service has now expanded the freeze warning into Juno and Adams counties till 8 a.m. The rest of us under a frost advisory through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Here in Madison, we'll drop to about 34 with clear skies overnight. Tomorrow, partly sunny, a little milder, high temperature at 64. Later on, I'll take a look at a forecast that includes some 70s, but probably not until next week.
Gary, thank you. New tonight, the Republican-controlled state legislature has passed a proposal changing election laws in the state. The bills make it harder to vote absentee, a proposal that is all but certain to be vetoed by the governor. The measures were part of a national push by Republicans to change voting laws after former President Trump's defeat in November. He lost to President Biden by about 20,000 votes here in Wisconsin.
In Iowa County, deputies say the man who initially called 911 about a death there is now in custody as a suspect. This happened in the village of Avoca, northwest of Dodgeville. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is leading the investigation. Authorities have not identified the female victim or given details about the circumstances surrounding her death. Officials say the man and woman knew each other. A Middleton man is in custody following a suspected road rage shooting last week. Madison police say the 26-year-old man was arrested today in connection with the shooting last Thursday near Whitney Way. Officers say multiple shots were fired into an occupied vehicle and the passenger was injured. The name of the suspect has not been released.
The confiscation of an estimated $300,000 worth of illegal drugs leads to the arrest of 2 people in Columbia County. Those 2 are 22-year-old Alexander Obermeyer and 22-year-old Samantha Libricks. Deputies say more than 4 pounds of THC wax and oil, several pounds of mushrooms, more than a pound of ecstasy powder, and as well as several other drug-related items were found during a search warrant executed at a home in Columbus last week. The man accused of killing 8 people, 6 of them women of Asian descent, in shootings at 3 Atlanta area businesses back in March has now been indicted on murder charges. The prosecutor says they'll also seek hate crime charges and the death penalty. The indictment charges 22-year-old Robert Aaron Long with 4 counts of murder, 4 counts of felony murder, 5 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, and other charges. New information tonight about the birthday party shooting in Colorado Springs over the weekend. Police say the gunman opened fire because he had not been invited, killing 6 people and then himself. Today, Colorado Springs police say the shooter had been in a relationship with one of the victims for about a year. Police identified him as 28-year-old Teodoro Macias. The other victims were members of his girlfriend's extended family.
MMSD and local law enforcement are trying to figure out who made a threatening post targeting West High School. The threat was shared on social media yesterday. It mentioned seeking revenge on May 17th or on an unannounced date if school is canceled or security is added. A spokesperson says the district takes threatening language like this very seriously. A police chase involving a stolen U-Haul truck in California came to a fiery end today. California Highway Patrol says the chase lasted nearly 2 hours. Eventually, the truck hit spike strips and lost both front wheels, but the man continued to drive as the front tire caught on fire. The flames spread to the rest of the truck, forcing that man to jump out and run away, but he was taken into custody shortly after.
Rockets are flying between Israel and Gaza all day today in some of the worst fighting in years. Since Monday, 28 Palestinians have been killed, including 10 children. At least 3 Israelis have been killed. With sirens blaring, Israelis ran for cover during deadly exchanges and unrest in Tel Aviv. In the sky, streaks of interceptor missiles could be seen searching for incoming rockets launched from the Gaza Strip. In total today, Hamas militants say they launched about 130 rockets. Today's strikes come in response to the destruction of a high-rise building in Gaza. Israel released this drone video of the strike. The building that contained a Hamas office was reduced to rubble 90 minutes after occupants were warned to evacuate. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says he will respond with force to any attacks and is calling up reinforcements. Egyptian officials are also trying to broker a ceasefire.
Next at 10, a new Axios poll finds more Americans are easing up on personal COVID-related restrictions. 54% of those surveyed said they went out to eat last week. Even more, 59% said they visited friends and family. At the same time, the percentage of people who still social distance is dropping down to 56%. And the number of people saying they wear masks when they go out is down to 58%. People looking for a ride to get vaccinated can turn to Uber and Lyft for free. The rideshare companies are offering free rides to vaccination sites from now until the 4th of July. It's part of a new partnership with the White House.
The Biden administration says 1 million people have signed up for health insurance on the federal government's exchange during a special enrollment period. The administration reopened the special enrollment period in February as part of its response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The special enrollment period is open until August 15th on the federal exchange.
The nays are 37. The nomination is confirmed.
The woman who led Wisconsin's health department through the bulk of the pandemic has been confirmed for the #2 position in the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services by a 61-37 margin. Former DHS Secretary-designee Andrea Palm was confirmed to serve as Deputy Secretary of the federal agency. Wisconsin senators split on the confirmation. Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin voted in favor. Republican Senator Ron Johnson giving the thumbs down.
The Milwaukee Brewers are expanding capacity at American Family Field up to 50% starting this weekend. The team announced the the increase from 25% capacity this afternoon after getting approval from the City of Milwaukee's Health Department. The Bucks also announced they will be allowing 50% capacity for the team's upcoming playoff games later this month. That means about 9,000 fans will be allowed inside Pfizer Forum. Well, baseball is back in Beloit. Tonight, the Snappers played their first home game at Pullman Field in 20 months.
It'll be a big summer down in Beloit for baseball. Photojournalist Lance Height was there tonight.
Well, it's been a long 20 months.
Have you guys need any help finding anything?
Here at the old ballpark, right, we've done what we can, kind of dress the place up.
Hey, can I have one of those the old-fashioned slushies?
Brown-eyed girl. Well, today, for the month of May, we're certainly socially distanced here. We're following Major League Baseball's guidelines, following local health officials' guidelines. We're maxed out here, about 1,000 people.
I haven't been to any kind of baseball game in over 600 days, so it's about time. I didn't think this would happen after last year was canceled, after hearing about 40 teams getting contracted, after hearing about new ownership. I know what to expect, so it feels really good to have baseball back in Beloit.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Beloit Snappers.
It's a fun thing to do for the kids, it's relatively cheap, just to have a good time,
And there were times that, the community thought we were going to lose the team. We've navigated it all, again, with the help of our ownership and a lot of local business leaders. We're just really excited that we're playing ball here at Pullman. We'll have about half the season here, and then obviously super excited about what's in store for us across town.
The Snappers won 3-0 tonight. That was photojournalist Lance Height reporting. Snappers will play the first half of this season at Pullman Field, the second half in their beautiful brand new ballpark downtown along the Rock River.
A federal judge deals a blow to the NRA. We'll check out NASA's latest mission as well that has been years in the works when News 3 Now at 10 returns.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2018 Chevy Cruze starting at $11,995 or $195 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2018 Chevy Cruze at $11,995 or $195 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results. Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
A nursing home promises to care for our parents as cherished loved ones. But if your parents have been injured in a nursing home, we can help. Habish, Habish, and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
They say you should wait 30 minutes to swim after you eat. Nobody said anything about slurping Arby's $1 floats. Seems like a great opportunity to slurp and splash. Arby's, we have the meat.
The light at the end of the tunnel isn't shining so brightly for everyone. Families continue to fight for survival. Some jobs are gone forever. Bills pile up. But please know, you have not been forgotten. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Furnish your home in good taste with Pletz Furniture. Shop for new ideas from a large selection of quality name brands in stock and ready for delivery, including Lazy Boy, Sealy, and Amish-made furniture. Pletz Furniture in downtown Baraboo. Quality furniture at lowest prices.
Real estate is booming in Madison, and it's all about the seller.
This is a classic imbalance of supply and demand.
So how can buyers get an upper hand? Mark Kane gets inside tips from local experts to help buyers on the hunt. Wednesday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. New tonight, a federal judge has dismissed the National Rifle Association's petition for bankruptcy, saying it was filed in bad faith in order to avoid litigation by the New York Attorney General's office. The state has sued to dissolve the NRA for allegedly misusing charitable funds. Today's decision means the NRA will not have bankruptcy protections, which it has said it needs to protect against the litigation the organization is facing. Well, check this out. NASA's first asteroid sample return mission is on its way back to Earth now. Over the past 2.5 years, the OSIRIS-REx spacecraft has held onto the asteroid named Bennu. The spacecraft is carrying just over 2 ounces of material that it gathered from the surface of the asteroid. OSIRIS-REx has a long journey ahead. It won't catch up to Earth till September of 2023, when it'll drop the sample at the Utah Test and Training Range.
China is reporting its slowest population growth in decades, despite scrapping its one-child policy in 2015. The country just released its latest census figure, showing its population rose to 1.4 billion over the last decade. The slowdown could have some serious implications for the global superpower. Memorial Day is just weeks away, and Americans are very eager after more than a year of COVID-related shutdowns. AAA says it expects we will see 60% more travelers than last year. That amounts to more than 37 million people traveling 50 miles or more from home. AAA credits the expected increase in travel to increase vaccination rates and increased consumer confidence.
3 of Broadway's biggest shows have announced they are reopening in New York City. The Lion King, Hamilton, and Wicked will resume performances September 14th. Show producers say the theaters will open at 100% capacity while following guidelines set by the CDC and state authorities. Bed Bath & Beyond says it's launching a line of low-cost everyday items. The new in-house brand is called Simply Essential. It includes more than 1,200 items like $4 towels, $5 pillows. Bed Bath & Beyond says it's been pricing out some customers who've been turning to places like Amazon and Target for inexpensive home goods.
New York City's famous skyline will soon be enjoyed from a new observation deck in Manhattan. The Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, and the Statue of Liberty can be seen 1,100 feet above New York City on the 93rd floor of One Vanderbilt, a $3.3 billion development adjacent to Grand Central Terminal. The 1,400-foot tall skyscraper is the tallest building in Midtown Manhattan and the 4th tallest in New York City. And soon, visitors will be able to take it one step further with Ascent. That's an all-glass enclosed elevator that travels up the outside of the building to views that soar more than 1,200 feet above the city. Sign me up. Gary, you gonna come along for that one?
Nice place to watch the weather, but I don't know. I would be a little leery about that. So, well, tonight we're watching frost. Here in Madison, we're looking for a temperature of 34. That means frost would be likely through much of southern Wisconsin. Far northern parts of our viewing area may get a couple degrees colder, and it's possible that there could be a hard freeze there, and the National Weather Service has now upgraded the frost advisory to a freeze warning for Juno and Adams counties, as well as parts of central Wisconsin. That is in effect until 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. The rest of southern Wisconsin under a frost advisory through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And we're not alone. The freeze warnings up into northeastern Wisconsin, also on the other side of Lake Michigan through the western half of lower Michigan, and frost advisories extend down through almost all of the Chicago area except for the city of Chicago and parts of Indiana and Ohio as well. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for dry weather through Saturday. We could use the rain, and right now it just doesn't seem, at least this week, that we'll see any rain. Chances for showers and thunderstorms arrive, actually that should be Sunday and Monday rather than Monday and Tuesday, but mild weather with 70s should return by Tuesday of next week. And if you look at future track precipitation, this is through early Saturday morning, and you can see there might be a couple of sprinkles of rain maybe over the western parts of our viewing area late Friday night, but most of that rain will be evaporating as it moves into southern Wisconsin because the air is pretty dry. Then you put the models and start accumulating the rain. This is the shower and thunderstorm activity from Sunday into Monday. Look at the rainfall. Less than 1/10 of an inch over much of southern Wisconsin. The heavier rains are more favored to stay to our south across Iowa and Illinois. And if you go even farther out into the future, toward the end of next week, there could be some shower and thunderstorm chances about Wednesday and Thursday. But even that, probably only bringing about 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain generally across southern Wisconsin, unless we get some heavier thunderstorms in there, a little more widespread rain. But with dry air, temperatures will fluctuate quite a bit. Last night, down to 29 in Wisconsin Rapids, 23 in Rhinelander, 30 in Madison. That was only 1 degree above the record low of 29 set back in 1990. High temperatures today, upper 50s to the middle 60s, a little warmer out toward the Mississippi River. But as we widen out the view across the Midwest, there really wasn't any warm air anywhere around. Temperatures mainly in the 50s and 60s, and when we should be looking at 60s and 70s. On weather track, still seeing upper level winds from the north as well as winds near the ground, whereas the jet stream is down to the south, and that's keeping most of the moisture locked up in places that don't need it anymore. They've got flash flood watches and warnings from Texas into parts of Arkansas and Louisiana, and even some severe weather there today. But the Midwest right now being kept high and dry because we're north of that jet stream, which is to our south. We have to wait for that jet stream to start shifting northward to give us warmer weather and also better chances for rain, but that won't happen until next week. Again, freeze warning now in effect for Juno and Adams counties. Frost advisory elsewhere through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for an overnight low in Madison at 34 degrees, but our far northern viewers north of the Dells could dip into the upper 20s. Tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies, a little milder than today. High temperature back up at 64. And as we check out the 7 to 10 day forecast, highs upper 60s Thursday, Friday into the weekend. Shower chance Saturday night, shower and thunderstorm chance Sunday. Best chances for rain would be Monday, and then another period of dry weather with maybe some shower and thunderstorm chances Wednesday and Thursday. But by that time, temperatures at least should be back into the 70s. Nighttime low temperatures will be in the 50s instead of the 30s.
Let's see that frost go away and see those temps go up. Gary, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just ahead in sports, the AmFam Championship, one of the favorite events for the players on the Champions Tour. The 2 reasons why the pros like to play at the Ridge. We'll tell you next in sports with Zach.
Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Una llamada, nada más.
Isang tawag, ganyan lang.
مكالمة واحدة، هذا كل شيء.
Ci vuole solo una chiamata.
Halmar, nasawa.
No matter how you say it, it's always one call, that's all.
Millions of customers are leaving their providers and switching to Spectrum. And if you have satellite, it's not hard to see why. Because unlike satellite, Spectrum gives you all the services you need, like internet and TV from one provider.
They do?
Yeah, they do. And Spectrum has the fastest download speeds with the most reliable performance. Get Spectrum Internet with speeds at 200 megabits for $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. Spectrum wins on TV, too. Unlike satellite, Spectrum doesn't have an ugly dish to install. And you get exclusive premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
Wow, really?
Really. Plus, Spectrum has more free HD and free on demand. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-909-4499. And unlike satellite providers, Spectrum doesn't have contracts or early termination fees. We'll even buy out your current contract up to $500. Switch to America's fastest growing internet, TV, and voice provider. Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Ask about our easy self-install options. Call 833-909-4499.
For those who rolled up their sleeves and built the perfect yard this spring, it's time to head back to Blaine's Farm and Fleet for great deals on everything you need to keep your lawn looking sharp for summer. Like Estate All-Natural Lawn Fertilizer, just $9.99. Save $30 on this Simpson pressure washer. And all Safer brand animal repellents are 20% off. Plus, shop more great deals throughout the store, like women's Alfred Dunner fashion collections, 50% off.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
Does your health insurance cost too much? Great news. New COVID relief helps more people afford quality plans for less. Many people even get coverage for free. Already purchased a health insurance plan? There's help for you too. Make a change that lowers your monthly costs or find a better plan for less. I'm a health insurance expert at the nonprofit Covering Wisconsin. Experts like me in your area provide free help to find the best deals, sign up, or make a change to your current plan. Call 211 to find an expert near you or visit WISC-covered.com to learn more.
If you've been injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. There are specific rules and regulations that apply, and we know what it takes to win. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It's no surprise that the AmFam Championship means a lot to Steve Stricker and Jerry Kelly, but it's also becoming pretty popular to the other pros on the Champions Tour. For one, it pays well. This year's purse is $2.4 million, the highest non-major tournament on the Champions Tour. The other reason? The field, always pretty competitive.
When it gets right down to it, we want to play. And this one does mean so much to us that this is one of the little targets on our schedule that we're always going to look at and say, okay, it's the AmFam coming up. You know, this is a big one. We have to be prepared.
Saturday is a pretty big day for Forward Madison. Not only is it the club's home opener, but it will be the first time in 601 days that the Mingos will be playing on their actual home field, Breeze Stevens. Remember, last year they played all their home games at Hart Park in Wauwatosa. This year they're back in Madison, and the Mingos could not be more excited for what should be a pretty emotional night with their fans.
Football is meant to be played to a crowd. The club's name is Forward Madison. Emphasis on Madison. This is where we belong. This is why we're here. We're here for this community. We're all ready. We're definitely ready for it.
Around the locker room, there's been a handful of guys here who's been here since day one, and they let us all know how electric it gets here in the stadium, and everyone here is super excited.
High school girls soccer, McFarland hosting Oregon in a battle of unbeatens. No score in the second until Zoe Pagels fires one into the back of the net to give the Panthers a 1-0 lead. Now the Spartans would tie it up, and then with 7 minutes left, Elise Gillen cleans up the mess off the corner kick for the game winner. McFarland stays perfect with a 2-1 win. Brewers opening up a 3-game series with the NL Central leading Cardinals. Scoreless in the 6th, Travis Shaw bounces one over the wall and left. The ground rule double scores Lorenzo Kane from second. Crew take a 1-0 lead. And then the bullpen blew the lead in the 8th inning. The Cardinals, Paul Goldschmidt, hits a 2-run bomb. This one in the 11th. It is 3-0, 6-1 in the 11th. Wow, they scored a couple more runs before I came out here. Bucks looking to bounce back after last night's loss to the Rockets, and thanks to a 27-point, 12-rebound double-double from Giannis, they did with a 12-point win over the Magic. We're back after this.
Elevate your curb appeal and protect your home with Atlas Roofing from Menards. Castlebrook shingles add value to your home while protecting it for years to come. Get 11% off all Castlebrook shingles. Then refresh your home with a new coat of Dutch Boy Forever paint and primer in one. It offers exceptional hide and fade resistance for a beautiful color that lasts. Get 11% off Dutch Boy Forever exterior paint at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
The auto show started with an idea. Honor the future of innovation while celebrating today with special auto show offers on select Ford vehicles. For generations, that's exactly what Ford has done and continues to do. Because when all is said and done, Auto Show is more than just an event. It's a step towards a better future. This auto show season, get an F-150 with $4,000 total cash back. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, carefully knead dough. Step 2, artfully spread sauce. Step 3, add fresh mozzarella and assemble toppings. Step 4, realize we already did all that for you, so all you have to do is bake it. Right now, get a large Taco Grande pizza with onions, refried beans, black olives, and salsa. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
There's no telling what the next Wisconsin Lottery scratch game will bring.
prices of $1, $2, $5, and $10. The bigger the ticket, the bigger the top prize, all the way up to $100,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
After 3 decades in business on Madison's west side, Capital Car Cleaners has opened up a second location on Madison's east side. To celebrate, we're offering all our customers $10 off an interior or exterior detail or $20 off a full-service detail. We detail all cars, pickups, SUVs, motorcycles, and full-size vans. Call today to set up an appointment at our new location on Lean Road or our classic location on Watts Road and get $10 off an interior or exterior detail or $20 off a full-service detail.
Capital Car Cleaners, auto detailing at its best.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902. Vaccine Day, this Thursday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Gary's back. We have one final check of your forecast.
Yeah, temperatures right now are already in the upper 30s to lower 40s to our east. Still 44 in Madison, but notice to our north and west, already down to 39 in Camp Douglas. Because of that, the temperature is falling a little faster there. They might get into the upper 20s, so a freeze warning now in effect for Juno and Adams counties. Frost advisory elsewhere through 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. Look for a low here in Madison, about 34 degrees, but a quick warm up with sunny skies for much of the day tomorrow, partly sunny in the afternoon. High temperature at 64. Then we'll be in the upper 60s, back to around normal for the end of the week. Some rain chances Sunday and Monday, and then temperatures in the 70s for next week, maybe upper 70s by the end of the week.
Looking forward to it. Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.